what's up everyone? Well, today we're going to be reviewing all four markets amplifiers today. This right here is the Glarry amplifier guitar, which this one is this is the oldest 2019 Glarry amplifier, the oldest amplifier that I have. It's got like a bluesy sound, but the thing is, it's lower. It's got a lower distortion than the 2022 Glarry amplifier. Something like. See, when you play it soft, something like. It don't got like a more distortion. When you play hard, something like. See, the thing about this amplifier is, depending on how hard you hit it, when you hit like something like, it's got more distortion. When you go like, you don't got enough distortion, but it's got more bass. You don't got enough distortion when you play it something like, compared to when you play it. It's got more distortion, it opens it right up. Okay, let's turn the gain crank it all the way. Good sound. Turn everything down some. Now when you crank it all the way, with this nut basically all the way, it gets a squeal. So when you do that, at the bass halfway, it's more heavy when you do that. See, the thing about this, turn the gain all the way up, like the lowest chords, it's got a good humming sound. What about when you turn the bass all the way up? You get turn the bass all the way up, it's get like a very darker sound. Something like that. Then when you turn the treble at halfway, you don't get that brighter sound. It's still brighter, it's still bright, but it's more darker. So that's the same sound. But then when you turn the gain halfway, same settings, but the gain halfway, you get that. Oh, let's be at 5. But now when you get that AC/DC's early tone and get that, turn the bass all the way down and the treble all the way up, get that. And then turn the gain right back at 7. The thing about turning the gain right at 7 o'clock is it doesn't get like the same distortion as it is on the Lyxpro guitar. We're going to do that one after the second Glarry amplifier. But yeah, it doesn't have the same sustain as the one of the Lyxpro guitar. See, on this one, it's like the gain on the Lyxpro guitar as if it's halfway. This is like wall distortion gain, but it's significantly more heavier than the Fender amplifiers. And then when you turn the gain like all the way, it's like as if AC/DC. It's like as if AC/DC turned the gain all the way and have the treble all the way. Got that heavy sound, but the bass, but it don't have enough hum as it is like. It doesn't have enough hum as it's something like this. Compared to when the bass is all the way down to get that brighter sound. It's still heavy, but it's not like heavy with the bass line. I think this is basically made for Van Halen stuff. See, when I play it like that, it just, when you play it that way, when the gain all the way is, it just got like, it's got that heavy blues rock sound, something like this. Sound. And then when everything's at noon, except for the volume, because people are trying to sleep, so something like. So when everything is at noon, it's just you don't got that sound. And when you have to keep the bass and gain at noon and have the treble all the way up, you get that. Then when you turn the treble all the way and everything all the way down and turn the gain all the way up, you get like that 80s heavy metal tone. It reminds me of something from the 80s heavy metal, something like that. You don't got that heavy sound. When you turn the bass all the way up and treble all the way down, now you get that mid-80s heavy metal tone. have the volume some, you get that same tone. It sounds heavy metal, doesn't it? We have volume up some more. Oh. Very blues heavy rock tone like that when you do something like when you have the treble barely even turning up. Still get that chugging sound. Let's turn it down some so it don't turn bust or nothing like that. When you have the treble turn up slightly, it's got a closer sound. It's still pretty dark. It's still pretty dark because metal and stuff. You see, it's still pretty dark. It's got a little bit of brightness to it. But then when you have the treble and the bass and everything all the way up, volume down some, you get that. Sounds like ACDC guitar this together though. This is my favorite guitar tone. See that ACDC Metallica mixed in together? That's my favorite guitar tone. And when I play Shoot Through or something like, it's got that heavy and bright tone that I want. Then when you have the bass and the treble at noon, and the gain and everything. That blues rock solo doing that. When you play it like that, it's got like a very cool grit sound. It's compared to something like. sound. It's got like a muddy like sound. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, this is what you call my newest Glarry amplifier, which is I got from 2022 or something, first I can remember, from my Glarry amplifier. The same settings as it was to start with my oldest one. But this one's got a brighter tone, much brighter than the oldest one. When I play something like got like a very bright tone. So when I turn the volume some, when I play something like it's got like a closer tone than my oldest one. Now when I play again with that same solo doing that, it's got like a twang to it. It's got like a twang to it. And then when I turn the gain all the way, you get that sustain. It's twice as loud as the oldest one, which I like that. It's got like a grit and bright sound when you have to gain all the way up and the bass at halfway and the treble all the way up. You get that sustain, something like. Oh, I understand why the guitar's doing that. Not as heavier sound as the other one, but it's got like a crunchy sound. So when you turn that bass all the way up and trim all the way up too, you get that. the bass, turn the treble down. And then when you turn the treble all the way down, it's not exactly as my oldest amplifier, but you still got it sustained. And when you turn that bass, turn that treble all the way up. Play something like again, something like. Got like a good sustain. So now when I have the bass set all the way down, and I play the same chords as that. Sound. And now when I have the treble all the way down and the bass all the way down, you get that. It's got like a Master of Puppets tone. Then when you turn the volume up some, I'll stop it right there. So that right there is when you have the bass and treble all the way down and have the volume up some. It's got like an 8 heavy metal tone. Bass all the way up and keep that treble all the way down, get a heavier tone, something like very dark sound, but it's not as heavy, it's not always red. The volume all the way down. and have everything except the gain and the volume at new. Get that. And then when you have the bass at 2 o'clock in the treble 2, you get that. Get that, now you're taking more time. Yeah. Go to the next one. Okay, so now we're on to Lyxpro guitar. Lyxpro amplifier. So same thing like. Now the thing about this one is it's twice as brighter and twice as more dirty as my Glarry amplifiers. So it's got more of a heavier sound even with the bass halfway. Now I'm going to have the bass all the way up. You get that? It makes it even louder. But when I turn the gain slightly, got slightly more grit, slightly more dirtier. When I have the bass all the way down and have the gain all the way up. You get that heavy and brighter and dirty sound. Now the thing about having the bass all the way down is it won't chop. It's got like a crunchy sound. And then you have the bass up again. You have the volume up some. Have the volume, the bass all the way up. Get that. It's twice as heavy and louder as the Glarry amplifier. mood to it. I get a little bit carried away in that scene when I'm making these review videos, something like. I can begin to feel the sense of playing the riff as I'm making this video, something like that same chorus. Stop. Now, when you have the treble at halfway, get that something like. It's got like a dirty sound, but more of a click to it, something. It's got more heavier, but more of a brighter and dirty tone, something like a good sustain to it. Now, when I have the treble all the way down and you keep the bass all the way up, get that. It's still got that little bit of treble, but it's not. But it's very low. Sounds about like the oldest Glarry amplifier. It's got more heavy bass to it. And when I turn the bass slightly like that. It's still got a better treble, but it's more low volume. And when I turn the bass kind of, still got like a dirty tone, but it's more of a drive to it. Now we have the treble. I mean the gain all the way up. I meant the gain at halfway. Sorry, but the gain at halfway, and the bass and treble at new. You get that low, bright and gain tone. Get less louder. It's less louder than the other. So when you turn the volume all some, you still get that sound grit like. Go on to the next one. Okay, so now we're into the last amplifier we ever got. This one's my favorite amplifier, by the way. This is what you got, like a bluesy rock song. Watch this. The bass shouldn't be, sorry about that. Something. This amplifier, even that low volume, it's got like a lot of sustain compared to all these three amplifiers that I've shown you. This is twice as loud. If you turn it all the way up, prepare your windows being replaced, because that's how loud this is. It's so loud that you can even bust windows. That's how powerful this is. And even at low volume, even at 2 o'clock, it's like so loud. See, I like loud music. Of course, I'm going to play it loud. Not so loud, that people are trying to sleep. But yeah. Now when I turn the treble at halfway, even at the bass and the treble all the way up, got like a dark sound. See, the thing is, you still get that treble sound. So when you turn that bass all the way down. Wrong one. When you turn the treble all the way down, sorry about that. It's twice as heavy as it's the oldest amplifier, the oldest Glarry amplifier. And you still can hear that treble, but it's all the way down. So when you turn the treble slightly, get a little more treble in this one. But when you turn that bass all the way down, before I do this, do not try this at home unless you're an experienced guitar like me, unless you're an experienced cool guy like me. But unless you're an experienced cool guy like me, don't try this at home. See, the thing about this right here is This one's got like a Latin and Metallica. I meant Latin and AC/DC mixed together, something like. Makes it more louder than it would bass in it. Now when you turn the bass at halfway and the treble halfway too, something like. It's got more of a darker tone and brighter tone mixed together too, something like. Now when you turn the treble and the bass all the way up, you get that the ancestor for all tone and AC/DC's early 70s tone, something like. You know that ancestor for all sounds that they're like. Now, so when you turn the bass right about 3 o'clock, and have the treble at 3 o'clock too, get that darker and brighter tone too, but it's more lower output. Now when you have the bass all the way down and the treble all the way up, whoa. Even that low volume, it sounds higher too. And when you have it all the way up, you bust the window. So there you have it. So make sure to subscribe, smash the like button, click on the notification bell. Let me know in the comments and see which amplifier is your favorite amplifier. You like the G10 amplifier or the Lyxpro amplifier, the 2022 Glarry amplifier, or the 2019, which is the oldest one. Let me know what's your favorite amplifier in the world. So yeah, so rock and roll as always, and God bless you, God bless you, Steve, another good enough community couple.